one.
Hello and welcome back to episode 3 of the Ditcast, or also known as episode 117 of Thursdays Are the Best Days. Today, I am your host, Detuzin, joined with Nick and Bruno.
Hi.
That was probably the best intro of the three.
Yeah,
It's getting better.
third time's the charm. So we're aiming for like a whole 3 minutes of content today too. So this is going to be great.
Pissed. I showed him the number right before we started.
Yeah. I'm mad too. I don't ever get that. I don't get that.
I didn't even
courtesy.
realize it was there.
Sneak. So, everyone's super excited for the third episode of the Ditcast. I know no one needs to tell me how excited you all are. We're gonna jump right into it. I recently moved. Fee recently moved, but Fee's not here, so we're gonna talk about my moving experience and all the trouble I had to go through. And if you hear some background noise, it's because my computer is right next to my AC. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not.
Nope. It seems okay.
What type of AC?
Central.
Okay, so it's not like a window.
It's
unit?
in my closet. You'll see when we get to video.
Oh, I didn't. Okay.
So I don't know if Bruno has the video up for
I don't yet. I was waiting for you to.
video,
Okay.
please, Bruno.
There you go. You ready?
Yes, sir. So if we pause here. Oh no, 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 no.
What?
This is the front door. And that's the closet.
That doesn't look like a front door to me.
Wait, that's outside of your closet?
No, this is inside. I didn't feel like
okay.
going outside.
Okay. I was
So-
like, holy shit.
Well, you can tell it's the front door because it's got a little peephole. I don't know if that will show up in YouTube, but there's a little peephole there. See?
There is little people.
Something
see that.
I didn't realize when I moved in, it's impossible to lock yourself out of the apartment. And they give you 2 sets of keys in case you lock yourself out. It only has a deadbolt as the lock. The handle has no lock. Like the actual door handle doesn't have a lock.
Now, is it you get 2 sets of keys because you get 2 sets of keys, or is it because it's a 2-bedroom place and they expect more than one person to live there?
It's because if I get locked out.
That doesn't seem odd to me at all.
It doesn't. I just was trying to.
It is because it's a 2-bedroom unit. But they do have like a whole sheet of paper saying if you get locked out, it's a charge and blah blah blah. And then like I went to move in and I'm like, oh, it's only a deadbolt. So I mean that's convenient. I don't have to worry about that ever.
Can we get a Ditcast where you replace the deadbolt with a smart bolt?
We can't do that.
Can't or won't?
We're not allowed to.
Not
In case
allowed
they
to,
ever
or
need to
not
come in.
recommended.
Or it's in the lease. You're not allowed to change out the locks.
What if you put one on the door that turns the knob? It's not changing the locks.
It's adding a lock. Is there an adding lock clause?
I don't think so.
It's not even adding a lock. It's just adding something to the lock.
But
Thinking.
if you, my apartment is special, so every unit gets a storage unit.
Except yours.
No, my storage unit is actually right outside my door to the left. Everyone else's is in the back of the building next to the laundry room. But since my room is in the back of the unit already, they just put mine right next to my room underneath the stairwell that goes like up the hallway.
Is that part of this video?
No.
Oh. How big is it?
In
sizes of kayaks.
I can fit 4 tires in, and then I get a little bit of space to the left, pretty good amount of space to the front, but not enough space to fit a tub where we're laying down. So you'll see if you further on in the video, I have a lot of stuff laying around because I'm trying to
not a
figure out what I
kayak?
want to put in there. Because what I put in there is probably going to be long-term storage, but will have to be moved out once winter hits and I'll need to get my tires. And I don't want to have to be reaching in there like every week or something. It's like, oh, I forgot this. Gotta go get it.
But
Yeah,
like,
that,
Okay, what's the kayak measurement?
because he used to live with someone that had like 4 kayaks in his room.
well, those were all different sizes, and those
That's
were
what I
in
mean. What
closets.
size kayak would fit in there?
It's tall. It's a tall closet.
12
Like
foot?
it goes up to the stairwell. Like
Bruno, this guy had a kayak from like 6 feet long to like 10 feet. If
I
not
got a
even
12 and a half footer. I got
That's
a
a
big
fishing
longboard.
one.
Like
I mean,
to give you an idea, my old roommate Bruno would drive from Bradford, PA, to like the northmost point in New York, down to Tennessee and back, in like a 4-day weekend
sure.
just for kayaking, and he would do this every other week.
Everybody's got their hobbies.
Well, yeah, like I mean, he's
Any-
also driving, or at the time he was driving a Jetta with 200,000 miles on it.
That's how you get that many miles on it.
But it was kayaks, Bruno. He had a ton of kayaks. So that's why I was trying to
Yeah,
figure
and
out
he
the
had
size.
roof racks with 3 kayaks on top of the Jetta too.
That had a lot of drag to that Jetta.
He the first day I was in school, he was taking the kayaks off his car, dropped the lock from the back of the kayaks, and it smashed his rear windshield.
God, those shatter too.
And since it was still my first day, I'm just like, I don't know what to do. And they're all like, hey, you want to get in the car with us and go to the car wash while I'm watching vacuum out all the broken glass? And I'm sitting in the back, all the glass is like piled up in one sheet. So 2 of us are in the back, 2 are in the front. And there's just like a trash bag in the back to like cover up the broken glass.
I can like see that story, Dit. I can picture you
Yeah, I
guys in.
can.
Okay, Dit, let's move on from the front door.
Okay, and that's also a chair. And you'll see why the chair's there in a second.
Those
And there's a
chairs don't look
closet to the right
comfortable.
as well. So there's the
Oh,
kitchen
there's the table.
And if you pause here,
Oh, it matches.
you'll see the reason the chair's in the corner is because there's not enough room to put the chair there and still have room to walk around. So
Yeah, I see that.
the chair's there. And that makes sense. And if you notice, you'll see what I'm saying. Like, I just got a lot of stuff I don't know where to put. Those are all empty bins. The bin on the bottom is full of newspaper that was used for all my cups and plates and bowls. And the pots and pan box was for my pots and pans. So
How about your pots, pans? What about? I guess I was trying to think of something you missed, but you didn't miss anything.
I thought this all through. I overplan everything.
Is that a Dit guarantee?
That I overplan
Guaranteed.
everything.
No,
Yes,
that you've
they
not
guarantee
forgotten
I
anything.
will overplan. It doesn't mean the plan will go well. but
That's part of the guarantee.
I did guarantee you I'll overplan it. But I'll miss something major.
We got the Dit guarantee, and we got the Bruno fix. Those are the 2 pinnacles of the Discord.
So
I'll fix it.
I don't remember if I got a good angle. Go forward a little bit, please, Mr. Bruno.
I feel like this is a bad audio podcast. What are we talking about? It's a standard
I mean, we're
kitchen.
trying.
Well, so we pan over to the left, and we get to my closet. My closet has 2 vacuums, half a grill,
It's a
2
Coke
crock
closet.
pots.
Hold on a second. Half a grill. What is that supposed to mean?
Well, go back a little bit. See that thing on the bottom?
Yeah, I saw it.
That's half the grill.
Well, why half?
Well, the legs are bigger than the top, and the legs make the 2 vacuums not fit.
Oh.
So
where did you put the other half of it?
that's what I'm
different
trying to figure out.
closets?
It might go in the tires.
Why do you have 2 vacuums?
One's a carpet cleaner. Which, in the other apartment, we didn't use once until the day we were moving out. Fee spilled coffee on the carpet.
Huh.
All right, so if we pause here,
This is just, your average standard kitchen.
Yeah. Dishwasher.
all GE
stove.
appliances.
What's with the checkerboard
stove.
appliances?
Yeah.
I like that the washer matches the microwave and the oven matches the fridge.
So it's a white stove and a white fridge with a black dishwasher and a black microwave
And
above
they're
the
all
stove.
GE. The fridge and stove are brand new. I think the microwave and dishwasher are old still.
Okay.
But I mean, that's fine. I like that I have a brand new stove.
Why is black the color they chose for the appliances though? And like if
It's
those
obviously not.
It used to be. It was probably the cheapest thing. Like,
guess.
Probably.
I don't know. So it's kind of awkward how I have everything laid out. I don't have much under cabinet space. I have
No,
two
you don't at all. There's an
things.
under sink and one cabinet.
Yeah, and that one cabinet, we have one cabinet next to the fridge, and that's full of my pots and pans
That's
and
a
lids.
shitty sink location. Let me just point that out.
It's
I'm
not
not a
bad.
fan.
It's convenient,
What do you
because
mean?
it's right
a
there.
10-foot, like, the kitchen's only like 6 feet wide. What do you mean
It's a lot wider in person. Like that cutting board. I have a cutting board behind my sink. For everyone who can't see, it's a big cutting board. It's a really nice cutting board.
But
I
if you're gonna cut stuff and put it in on the stove,
You gotta rotate.
Well, it's better than what it was in the other apartment, Nick.
Okay.
In the other apartment, your stove is behind you while you're cutting everything in front of you, and you have to spin 180. Here, you have to spin 90. So
if I was setting up that kitchen, ideally, it would be fridge, dishwasher. Well, no, I'm leaving the big appliances where they're at, like the middle part. I'd go
if
fridge.
I had to redo it, I would take out. So there's a support pillar that kind of cuts the kitchen off from the dining room for people who can't see. Take out the support pillar and find another way to hold up the ceiling. But I would extend the counter out further. Move the sink and dishwasher off to the far right. Have the fridge still be on the far left. And have the stove and microwave be kind of in the center-ish where the bend is. But it's going to be like an awkward bend so you have enough room for the stove to like fold down. That's what I would do with the space and options that are presented for this apartment location. But it's a nice kitchen. It's probably the nicest kitchen I've had out of the 3 apartments I've been in. There's a lot, like I'm getting a toaster oven. There's a lot of space.
Where's that
there.
going?
Right there.
Okay.
On the counter. I'm gonna move the paper plates and bread and put it on
Okay.
top of the toaster oven.
Okay.
Because I figured I'd rather buy a toaster oven than a toaster. Because
I thought we told you about getting a toaster oven. Bruno and
well,
I
you
went
said
on-
to replace the oven.
Yes, 90% of the
That
time.
was when you were looking at an apartment without an oven.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was also without an oven, without a dishwasher, and without anywhere
Yeah.
to put anything.
Use the toaster oven to replace the oven when you had no oven.
Go back.
That's
Go back. You're gonna go too far.
it's just an
Okay,
empty living room
Yes,
with
but
the HVAC right there.
Where are we looking?
to the left, Mark. Go forward like another second. So if you can't watch the video, you'll see there is a bunch of boxes that I need to figure out what to do with. My TV that's not plugged in, and the other half of the grill.
Oh,
So see, that's why I wanted us to
That's
take our
the grill.
time. That's the other half of the grill. And then next to it is a shitty bag full of my old Verizon parts that I need to take to the Verizon store to not get charged $500.
oh,
They are going to charge
Verizon
me
parts.
$300 for the router and $200 for the cable box.
that's a lot.
That I'm like, when they told me if you don't return these, this is how much it's going to cost. I'm just like, you're insane for valuing these at that much. Like,
That's probably what they pay, or well, I don't know.
I wouldn't
But
say
it's
not
also
that
like
good
a
of a router.
monthly fee for those things.
Well, I didn't have a monthly fee. Like,
Oh, okay.
the Verizon doesn't charge you a monthly fee. They're just like, hey, if you forget, guess what? You wish you had a
Yeah,
monthly
obviously.
fee. I guess that's it. There's nothing here. I want to get a couch, actually, because right now
You have like one.
I have
Lazy boy
half
kinda
the
chair.
room, and I measured it out. Oh, and I have a little patio space. I don't like going outside, so I just kind of like poke the camera through.
I see.
You can see some trees and lights and
Just a
parking
little.
lot with some
I
cars
recommend
in it.
a nice $300 patio set.
I am not getting a patio set. And there's a nice little like window into the kitchen, so when you're cooking, you can watch TV. If I had cable,
Wait, what? Okay, if I'm looking at that room, If
You
you're
gotta lean
standing,
on the fridge. That's all.
if
Oh
you're
no,
No,
if you're
you get a
sitting at
good
the
you get a good
stove,
view.
you wouldn't even look through the window to watch the TV.
What do you mean? When you're waiting for your water to boil and you're too lazy to walk, you can
If
just
you're
turn
standing
around.
at that stove, the angle to look at the TV is not
No,
through the
you can
window.
see it. You can see it still. Like that's
you
why the
can see
TV's
it, but
so
it's
far
through
off
the
to the side.
walkway, not the window going to the
No,
kitchen.
you can see it through the window. Trust me.
I want a picture of that. I want a picture of that. That is the angles that don't make sense to
I'll get
me.
a picture after we go through the tour because I don't want to cut off the tour and forget where I am. Now, on this little window awning, for everyone who can't see, I have my COVID essentials: masks, hand sanitizers, and my car keys. My car keys to be next to my mask, or else I'll forget to bring a mask with me to my car when I go out places.
Or you might forget your car when you're getting your.
Not funny.
Okay.
But
Go.
in this living room, I also have like a 10-foot by 5-foot, 6-foot box that I want to put like a sectional or something in. But like that's where my little red rocking chair is, just taking up its whole little corner by its lonesome. It's empty. It's a lot of space
Seemed
for just
very
me.
empty.
For just me, it's a lot of space. We can go forward with the tour, please. Yeah, I kind of get more of a picture. If you want to look on our YouTube video, you can see. Next, we'll be going into the bathroom has a step.
I saw that. That threshold was quite large.
Yeah, it goes up at an angle, so it's not like a step. Oh, and that's all my cleaning supplies, because that's the only place I could think of putting them.
Was
And
that
I
the
did
wash
some-
machine right under that?
Huh?
Was that a wash machine right under that?
No, the wash machines are outside in the hallway. It's a shared thing.
Oh, gotcha.
I did some magic. If you go back with the camera, you'll see you never see me in the reflection for the bathroom, even though I get a full shot of the mirror.
It's close.
I felt I did good. I don't know where else to put my laundry, like my cleaning supplies and stuff.
Seems like an all right spot.
Oh, and none of the doors close properly.
They might at the other half of the year.
The floor's slightly tilted. My bedroom is
Lovely.
next in our little tour. My bedroom's just a bedroom with a bed in the middle and a closet, and a couple more bins that I don't know where to put because one is huge. Like, imagine 2 bins smashed together. That's the size of this bin.
It's a big bin.
And next, we have the room that took 90% of my time setting up my office.
I like
got
it.
My PC with the desk I made, and the desk is heavy and it is not going to move anytime soon. So where it is where it is. I took 2 6-foot butcher blocks, put them all together, and together it probably weighs about 150 pounds just for the desk.
You didn't live on the first floor.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to take it apart to move it too, which sucks. And my
What's the
old
other
desk,
el-
since I couldn't pawn it off on anyone, I'm using it as a little workstation. Right now I have a Raspberry Pi set up. Eventually, I'll be putting some keyboard stuff and PC builds. And I have a little closet in my office because it's technically a bedroom. So in this closet, I have all my tools, computer stuff, keyboard stuff, and everything for future projects. And really my
Pretty
office is
nice.
probably my pride and joy of this whole apartment, because the rest, if you watch the
It
video,
looked
is
very
just
set up compared to everything else.
everything else is just empty.
Like,
And then you get to the office and it's just
you know, you walk
everything
in
I
and get
own.
this nice pan across of everything all nice and set up. Yeah. Definitely.
I would have made the second desk your do you have a work laptop?
Nope.
Oh, you have to use
That
your personal?
laptop there is for making my Raspberry Pi images.
Oh.
So that's why that's there. That's not a permanent spot for it. That spot will eventually be for all my so I have, it's an L desk for everyone who's listening. On the main side, which is always the longer side of your L desk, I have 3 monitors mounted to the desk, my microphone, my PC, amp DAC, keyboard, everything on just this one desk section because it's 6 feet wide. On the other
Yeah.
desk, it is 6 feet wide, but 2 feet is missing because of the L shape cut off and how it has to connect and blah, blah, blah. So on the far left side, I have my work phone. And I've always used my far left side for like paperwork and just storing stuff. Well, I have so much room in front of me, I can do my paperwork in front of me now. I'm using the left just to have room to put stuff that I've never been able to actually put on a desk before. So like right now I have just only WoW stuff because that's stuff I've gotten since I've lived on my own. Everything else is with my parents and I need to bring that with me still. And my old desk was also an L desk. So on this I have my router, a printer, and like I said, it's just going to be a bunch of other stuff. So right now for the Raspberry Pi, I have the Raspberry Pi, a TV to plug into the Pi, a keyboard, mouse, just kind of a mess. But once I'm done with the Pi, we're doing keyboard streams and all that fun stuff. And if I ever build a PC for someone or upgrade my brother's PC and stuff, I'll be done on the little L-shaped desk.
got
And
some
it's
extra
nice because
room.
I can like spin. The way that L desk is set up is it makes like a U kind of for my main sitting area with a little bit of like a little dangling doodad off to the top part. Where
It's
my
almost like
brother
an F. So like along one wall, there's old desk, and then the L side of that desk comes out, and then there's new desk and the other L side that comes out for
Yeah.
listening people.
I guess an F is like a perfect description because the top is bigger than like the bottom and all that stuff. But I like it. It's very useful and has a lot of room to move around in. Like I can
Yeah,
fully
it
spin
looks
my
good.
desk or my chair and move around, and I don't bump into anything. I was always worried when I was setting up. I was like, man, I'm worried I'm gonna like smack into these metal legs, and I don't even come close with where I sit. The only downside is I don't have a footrest. My other desk had a metal bar on the bottom that I could use as a footrest. And I find myself often reaching out for something to rest my feet on, and there's just nothing there. First world problems.
Build a footrest.
What
I'm not
about
using a foot hammock.
a foot hammock to put on your desk?
If I got something, I would probably get one of those like foot exercise things that like you can roll back and forth. Because like I don't
Yes.
like my feet being high. I just like being able to press down on something with my feet. That's the biggest thing is I like my feet to kind of be close because my other desk is only a foot and a half deep or something. This desk is over 2 feet deep. So before, like the metal bar wasn't too far away from my feet. I could just press on it, like with my
Yeah.
heels on the ground, and like dig whatever part of your foot's under your toes into that metal bar. And I kind of just want something like that, but it's not a huge necessity type thing.
Yeah.
But that's the apartment.
Is that it?
That's it for the apartment. I have some stories of getting to the apartment though I can share. So I recently became a New York citizen
Nice.
and I got an enhanced license. Guess what they make
Enhanced?
you turn in when you get your New York license? Your out of state
Certificate.
license. So
Really?
they take your only form of photo ID.
Oh boy.
Well,
And I haven't had photo ID for about 3 weeks now. I still don't have my license because of
don't have a passport.
I don't have a passport.
Well,
But
that's-
since I didn't have any bills for this new place, the fact, even though they had a lease, they said that doesn't count as like enough proof of residency, but you still have to use your old address. And they had to mail it to my old address. So now it's stuck in a mail forwarding loop of
Oh boy.
stuff, and I'm just waiting to get like some identification. But because of all this, I went to get a U-Haul. And for those who don't like watch truck prices and stuff, U-Hauls one way are $100 flat for a 15-foot truck, and they only give you 30 miles. I shared this truck with Fee and Eric. So we need a lot more than 30 miles because my trip alone is like 25
Yeah.
one way. If you get a truck and you bring it back to where you picked it up, a 15-foot truck is 30 flat and then 80 cents a mile, 90 cents a mile. So doing that was actually cheaper.
I was gonna say it sounds probably
Even if
cheap.
it was for just me, because it'll be 50-mile round trip on a $30 fee. It's not that much more, or it's not that much compared to a $100 flat fee. But so we went to get a moving truck. I went to pick it up the Thursday before we moved because we moved last Friday. When I went to pick up the truck, I didn't have photo ID.
I could see that being
I
an
had my
issue.
New York ID, and U-Haul to do contactless pickup makes you take a selfie, and with the selfie, take a picture of your driver's license, and they have to see if the photos match. And that's how
Oh,
U-Haul
God.
checks to see if you are who you say you are.
Okay.
So I had to go inside and cancel my first reservation. I go inside, and the guy's like, "Do you have a license?" I'm like, "No, New York made me turn it in." He's like, "Well, they shouldn't have done that." And I'm like, that's the law. I don't get to tell them, no, you're not taking my PA license when I need a New York license.
Yeah, really.
So the guy
That's
inside gave me
weird,
one
though.
hell of a time trying to get the truck. Luckily, because I moved, I had to email my driver's license to the place that I moved to. So he let me
Oh boy.
forward the email to him with the photos of my license. So he printed that off, took my new license, and took a photo of those together as like a replacement for my actual driver's license. And I'm like, this is ridiculous. Like, when I did Penske, to give you guys an idea, because I did Penske for my longer move, because Penske for a long move round trip or one way is 300 flat, unlimited miles. So Penske's the way to go if you're moving far. If you're moving short distance, I would highly recommend U-Haul because Penske's just crazy expensive, even though Penske trucks are a lot better.
Yeah.
Like my Penske truck had 20,000 miles on it when I got it. The U-Haul truck had 120,000. But when I went to get my Penske truck, I legit just walked in, said, "I'm here to pick up the truck for this reservation." The guy was like, "Okay, do you have proof that you reserved it?" I showed him the email, gave him my credit card, and I was on my way.
Yeah. A little easier.
So that's just something for people who are moving between states and you gotta get all your different identification. Just a little heads up, you know. I had to deal with this, and the U-Haul place was closing in 20 minutes, so I was kind of freaking out. Of like, I kind of need the truck, sir.
Yeah.
And the guy was like, "You're not taking the one-way truck. We need that." And I'm like, "I don't want your one-way truck. I want the truck I reserved already." He's like, "You're not taking the one-way truck." I'm like, "I don't want the one-way truck." And he's like, "We don't have any 20-footers." I'm like, "I don't need a 20-footer. I just need the 15."
Yeah, really. It sounds like you were okay until they got to the license part, and then
Yeah, like
all
I had
hell broke loose.
everything. Like I had all the proof that I was the one who reserved it, and they're like, "We need photo proof," and I'm like, "I have a license that said I had photo proof. Does that count?" Oh, that gave me
You know,
like
you can get
a huge scare.
non-license IDs. It
Yeah,
looks
but
like a license and is not a license, just like a photo ID.
I never thought I would need one because I always had my driver's license. You know.
If I didn't have a passport, I'd get one. Because some places need two forms of ID, and I normally use a license and a passport.
Most places take my social security card as my second form.
Or you could just get a license to carry a firearm.
I guess I have that now too.
They got a picture on that one.
For me, a passport just seemed expensive if I never planned to travel past Canada and Mexico.
Yeah.
Like I got the enhanced because if I ever want to go to the Canadian side of the falls, I can go
Yeah,
now.
but it's good to have for like ID purposes.
But it's like what? It's compared to other options, it just seems expensive.
But you'd
If
last
I'm
for
not
10
gonna use it.
years.
But still, I haven't ever gone out of the US. And if I plan a trip that I'm going to Europe or something, I'm probably going to plan that at least a year in advance, and I'll be able to get my passport.
It's
It's not one of those things
$110
like,
for 10 years, so you get it's like $11 a year basically for an ID.
yeah, but it's also $0 a year to not have one if you don't need one. I just
There's no-
hate buying stuff and then not using it. Like, I could have used it, but I had other forms of ID for
Sounds
everything I
like an
needed to
excuse
do.
to go to Europe to me.
I don't know. Like that gave me such a scare and just rattled me cuz I don't know if you guys that are listening know this. I'm not the best person with stress or anything like that. I recently flew down to Virginia and I was so worried about missing my flight. I just stayed up all night until the flight.
I think I was up with you for a while. on
You
that
were
night.
up until like 4 a.m. and then I think you clocked out. And I was left on my own until 6 when I left to get on the flight. And then I didn't get to my friend's place till 1 p.m. And then around like 5 p.m., I passed out on the couch and they couldn't even wake me up when they went to go get food from like the gas station. I was just out cold. You know, and sleeping like that comes from, sleeping near bears and just not dealing with them knocking on your door.
Ugh.
Okay, dude.
Fucking bear videos of bears knocking on doors.
Hey, I freak out when I see a spider. I don't freak out when I see a bear. That's just my opinion. If you see like a 2-foot big spider in your house, I would probably just move again.
This isn't Australia.
What's the biggest spider you can find in the US?
I don't know. Let me look.
I feel like it's probably a couple feet.
A couple feet.
Yeah, like 2 feet.
California wolf spider.
There's no
Alright.
way only an inch is the biggest.
Huh. Well, that says about an inch.
I don't believe that.
I can call bullshit on that one myself.
Only an inch is the biggest spider in the US. I call BS.
I'm not talking about the US, but have you ever seen a coconut crab?
I can't look at your stream, Bruno, right now because these things just make me squirmish as all hell. Like I can't. I see pictures of spiders and I feel like there's spiders near me, and I
Ooh,
just
those aren't good. I'm not gonna put it on the video, but those aren't good.
I get so just paranoid with spiders.
Yeah. Oh, they're like okay. 2.5 inch long body on a tarantula. Leg span is at least twice that, about 5 inches across. So that's like,
Not even half a foot.
yeah,
That's
exactly.
like the size of my phone. Then that's a big spider still. Like God, what if you're
Largest
barefoot? What do?
spider
You can't step on it. Like I gotta go get my shoe.
in-
Like I don't even want to step on it with my shoe. I have to like throw my shoe at it and hope I hit it, but hope I don't hit it weak enough that it's like someone just hit me, and it like scrambles and runs around. I can't handle that.
Now, see, now I'm looking at Australia, and that's a different breed.
No.
Bruno, look at the picture I sent.
No, that's a crab.
That's I
Yeah,
don't
but
know what that is.
That's a crab, but it climbs like a spider. Eats
God.
birds.
But the thing is, like, if I see a bear, I'm like, that's a bear.
Did you see
It's
that
on
thing?
a palm tree.
Did
I
you
took a
imagine that
picture
crawling
of it.
around your room trying to find a bird to eat?
Bird, it's gonna eat me.
I mean, that looks more like a spider than a crab to me.
There was a spider when I moved in here, and I freaked out, and I looked all over the apartment for more bugs.
You should have got a return on that apartment.
Dude, I don't like bugs. They scare the absolute shit out of me. Like, I don't understand how you guys are okay with spiders that can like bite you in your sleep and kill you, compared to a bear that doesn't really do anything unless you cause reason for it to do something. A bear's not just going to walk up to your house, cock a shotgun, and blast you.
Neither is a spider.
A spider might bite you just for it to bite you because it's like, ha, screw you. My house now.
Why? Because you shoved your foot in his home, which he made your shoe.
Have you never accidentally hit a spider web with like your hand or arm or something?
I
when you're
walk into
reaching
him
it?
all the time.
Yeah, see, and then they're like, "Oh, you just messed up my house. I'm gonna mess up your life." Like, how many people die to like black widows during a year or something? Or like, what's the deadliest spider in America?
Probably a black widow.
I'm gonna look up spider deaths versus bear deaths in America.
7 deaths per year.
For what?
Wait, no. That's snakes.
I see 6 per year for snakes, 7 per year for spiders.
Hold
Sharks,
on.
gators, and bears combined killed half as many people as snakes.
Where are spiders in that?
Spiders are 7 per year.
Oh, yeah. Okay, there you go.
But these pale in comparison to deaths caused by nature's silent, stealthy killers. Cows.
And what? I bet you more people died of deer than spiders in a year. In Pennsylvania.
Okay, that's not fair.
What?
Deer kill 52 people a year.
Ho ho!
Bears
So are you
on
terrified
average,
of deer now?
bear on average kill 1 person a year.
You scared of Bambi?
9 people died to ants.
There are some nasty ants out there. I will say that.
And
Non-venomous ants.
oh, well, the Ants
Um,
Canada dude. He
that
has
one?
the what?
Okay, what does he have? I was gonna
The
say the coyote guy.
no. Oh, I was talking about. You said non-venomous, right?
Yeah,
I
ants.
think technically, like the worst ants have venom, and that's why their bites are so bad.
Gotcha.
Oh, the
Um,
average for deer can range up to 120 a year.
Mm-hmm.
Most are
Ants.
caused by car accidents and urban developments.
Oh, the Golden Empire. I forgot what they're called.
Oh,
They are. They have a fucking fandom. Yellow crazy ants. I think they spit like acid. I don't know if this is the direction we're going, but you said non-venomous ants that were scary, and these ones spit like acid. I thought.
the yellow crazy ant, the Anaplopus grossolepis.
It might not be these ones, but one of his ones like it spits acid, and that's how it like gets you.
Interesting.
So
You know,
I don't think spitting
sorry.
acid. I don't think is venomous in my mind.
I think we talked about deadly animals before.
Woodland ants fire jets of formic acid into the air to ward off aerial predators. I just Googled ants that spit acid, and that's what came back.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. Imagine like trying to like deal with these ants, and they're spitting at you. They're spitting like small
That's
amounts of
not
acid.
good.
Like,
Like you see a piece of food in the ground and a whole bunch of ants going up to you. You're like, damn ants. You go to get rid of them, and all of a sudden they just turn and just start firing at you. God,
damn.
I keep like scratching my legs with my feet because I'm just like every time I feel like anything, I'm like, it's a fucking bug. It's a bug. There was a moth in my apartment. I killed the moth. I
Lamp.
whacked it with the back of my hand. It landed on the ground, and then I got it
Lamp.
with a paper towel.
Bruno,
Dude, I don't
Yeah.
like bugs.
lamp. Is that a meme? Is that a meme enough that you just Google lamp?
I think it's dead meme.
I think it's a dead meme.
Oh. I was hoping if
Lamp,
you Google
top
lamp, you
result,
get at least
Amazon. One of 10,000 pages for lamp on Amazon.
Lamp meme.
If you put
Moths
meme
are-
next to something, obviously you're gonna get the meme.
I know. Oh, I didn't use the fancy A.
What the
What?
fuck is this video?
Why did lamp? lamp. Dude,
What the hell?
this is your
I was just trying to show the picture of the moth with the lamp and the scary, but goddamn.
Speaking of animals, before we forget this week,
I have deer. You want to see
yeah,
deer?
I want to see deer.
Look at
Hi.
this perfect segue.
Can I shoehorn my deer into the
That's-
conversation?
It's a segue. Look,
That is
let's
part
look
of
at
the segment,
these
paragraph.
deadly animals.
Yeah,
Look at those
Deadly
natural
animals.
born, cold blooded killers.
fucking killers.
Fed up.
So, mama and 2 babies still around.
There's no corn.
I don't put corn out every goddamn day. These fuckers are hungry.
Yeah,
They
but look,
eat.
they're
What
looking
you
for the
should do,
corn.
Bruno, is put out
I don't
really
know why
nice
they like
they're
flowers,
fighting.
and they'll
Yeah,
eat
I
all the
don't
really
know.
nice flowers.
Got a little dude munching.
Dude, they must love that grass right there.
I put a little bit of corn there. I think that's a fox. It sure looks like a fox to me.
I don't know
That
what
looks
else that
too
would be.
small, though.
No, foxes are small.
Like its ear, like its, I don't know. It's
It's a fox.
looks disproportional to be fox.
No, what do you mean disproportional?
I don't know what else it could be. Let's put it that way.
It's a fox.
Let me look up 4-legged furry thing with tail.
Fox.
Got a
like
couple guys, little munching.
Dude, what did they
Whole
just eat?
family. The buck, 2 doe.
What is it with that right there? It must be good munching.
I put corn down. There was a pile of corn. This dude came up and sniffed the damn camera. He was just having a little sniff.
They can't see infrared, can they?
I don't know.
I think we
But,
talked
like,
about
he
this.
was really sniffing.
Like, how would they know to sniff that? Unless it smells you, which I didn't
I
think it'd
guess.
smell human.
Everything I'm looking
Whole
at is
family out.
from Australia.
Still got spots.
They still do got spots. I think it's still okay. I think they have another month.
That buck, it doesn't look like a young buck. Or sorry, an old buck.
No.
He looks very young to me. Like
That's
he's
probably-
not big at all.
Honestly, it's probably like a year old.
Yeah.
I would-
Bruno, why does this timestamp say 2019?
Yeah, I think the batteries died, like died, and I lost the time. I gotta
I
reset
think
it.
we're being debated, chat.
The
I didn't
one-
notice it until I looked. I saw it earlier.
I think we're being debated. I think Bruno's
It's new
reusing footage
content.
on us.
It's
I don't-
new
yeah.
content.
Look how big that those babies are when you compare them to the buck. They're like, it has to be like a year old.
Bruno, are you
Yeah.
telling me January 6th deer aren't running around like this?
Exactly. I am.
Most of them are dead.
How dare you?
Bruno's gonna have a good hunting season this winter.
Hey, you never know.
That's a lot of crop damage I see.
I had like, let me look at how many files I had. It was a shit ton.
I thought you said it was like 100.
I have 122 video files. So I picked the interesting stuff
Jesus.
out of that. So yeah,
I was thinking of trying to set up a security cam, but I don't think anything of interest would show up by my back patio.
never know.
I'm too far away from the parking lot, and I think it would just be people cutting grass, and that's the only thing that would ever show up.
Speaking of security cameras, Wise is coming out with an outdoor camera now.
Did see that. I'm interested to see how that goes.
They have like a wireless station that the cameras connect to, and it's completely wireless and battery operated.
I think that's like the way a lot of companies are going, and a lot of them are doing like the local storage hubs compared to cloud storage.
Wait, how's
now.
power?
Battery, 2 batteries in it. Like
Oh,
I think
or like
they're like 18.
like these cameras use like lithium batteries, and they last for like 180 days or something.
is that how that works?
hmm
Yeah, it claimed a long time for
'Cause
motion activated.
I think it's like Eufy or something. Also has an outdoor camera system.
2 2600 milliamp hour battery batteries on it.
That's great, but how many milliamps and hours does it use?
Oh God, what did they say? 3 to
3 to
6 months.
Yeah.
That's
But like if you look
10
up
to 20 event videos per day.
look up the Eufy camera system, Bruno. EUFY. Yeah, so like I got these from my friend. I think they're recording 1440p, and they have like a little hub thing.
Yeah.
So I think
That's
it's
a
like
lot more expensive compared
I think
to
it's a step
Wise.
up from Wise though, quality wise.
Probably.
why is oh my god, why is it cheap though?
1080p.
What? The Wise cameras I thought it should have been 1080p.
They are.
Or not. There's other ones that are higher than
1080p.
1080p. I think. From
Sure.
Eufy.
The
Oh.
difference to me is I think this is like $60 for the kit. No, $50 for the kit, and the station can have 4 cameras, I think.
Well, how is it the data stored? I guess.
I know it'll probably upload to the cloud. You can have
And then I'm guessing
it has like 12-second cloud.
I think that's the difference with the Eufy. Then is it's all local storage.
You can throw a memory card in these
Well,
probably.
no, like it's a local hub. Like everything goes back to one centralized spot.
So it's like a NVR.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
I
but
think
this,
that's the difference.
this you can still throw.
compared to
I'm
this.
guessing if it's like the Wise One, which it looks very similarly designed as, the
Yeah.
bottom you can just throw a micro SD in and get all the stuff.
Probably. See, but like in the cameras that I do have a memory card in, I have it set to always record.
Yeah.
And it's got a loop on it.
Yep.
I doubt these always record. I bet it's based on movement.
Maybe. Yeah.
Because there's no way you would get a camera to record for 3 months.
It'd be nice if they did have a like powered option.
Do they have any
Yeah.
way to hardwire it, or are they battery only?
I think these are battery only. But I'm not sure. It's the easy way to go for getting water protection.
Well, I think these are actually less water resistant than the Eufy ones. Or what's the second number? Is the second number water or dust?
I really don't remember.
These are 67 while the Eufy's 65.
I think it's definitely worth it for the price difference.
$65 is low pressure water jets. 67 is more substantial protection against liquid ingress.
It could be submerged for 15 minutes.
It's a little bit
Or
better.
15 centimeters to 1 meter for 30 minutes.
So
Yeah.
what type of flooding do you want recorded?
I don't know. What if it like floods your roof?
I think you got other issues if you can get than getting it on video.
I keep rolling.
How explosion proof is it? Isn't that a rating?
Not enough.
Man,
As
Chris-
much as your house is.
dude, that video from the other day. Holy
That's
shit.
crazy, dude.
Did you see the aftermath? Just the
Yeah.
hole
Yeah.
that was left in the ground?
No, it's a new pond.
Like,
Pretty much.
I feel like I could never imagine what it'd be like to be near that and just gone. Like, you're just gone.
We're talking
Does anyone
about
know how
the
to say the country?
Lebanon.
Nope.
Lebanon.
The Beirut.
Oh, that's a town.
I guess
thought
that's
it
a city.
yeah.
It is Lebanon. Yeah, you are correct. If anyone didn't know, there was like a 3,000 ton ammonium nitrate explosion there.
I think the explosion radius was 3 miles for the shockwave or something.
It pretty much took a shipping port and made it a pond, like Nick said.
Yeah.
and the people who weren't directly impacted by it, the shockwave knocked out all their windows and like was a mini earthquake.
Oh yeah, like the
felt
whole
for
city doesn't have any
miles,
glass
yeah.
anymore, I think.
Like
Said
it
up-
was like watching it, it's just instant too. It wasn't like a small pop crack boom. It was just boom.
I
It
think
was
they set
on
up to
fire, which is what started this. What were you saying?
I think they set up to 15 miles for reported glass broken.
Yeah, which is insane. There's like, I don't know, probably about 20 videos or so I've seen
Mm-hmm.
that you can visibly see the shockwave going out, and then it wallops everything it touches.
It's one of those things that's just scary because like that can happen at any moment.
Yeah.
And that's proof that
What?
careful if you're working near dangerous stuff, guys. Only you can prevent explosive fires.
Well, like, this shouldn't have happened. Apparently, this was some cargo that was seized and stored to be destroyed, and then they like never did anything with it for years, which is terrible. But
Well, maybe they
I mean,
should
like, it sucks. Shouldn't
maybe they
happen.
shouldn't just have. Maybe we should just,
No more ports. Boats are bad.
maybe we should just get rid of explosions.
Well, looking at the explosions, one of those things like your first thought is, are we being attacked type thing? Like,
I think Trump said that they were attacked, actually.
I don't like
is-
getting political, but I saw
No,
a
I just-
interview he had.
Are you talking about the one that everyone's memeing right now?
Yeah.
It's some Australian dude. And the
Well, yeah,
meme
and
is
like one quote he said was like, "We're number one, doesn't that count for something?" And he's like, "We're less than the world total." It's like, what?
I want to see if I can get a picture of it.
But
Of the
when
dude
you're
that-
saying we're doing better than the world total, it's like technically yes, but also no.
I just love this picture from the interview. This dude just like looking at this piece of paper and like was very concerned. He's just like, what?
After the podcast for Nick and Bruno, I have a video I'm going to share to you guys about it
Sure.
that I saw, and I just was like, oh my god.
I just think I just love that one meme. That's all I ever wanted was that meme of like, what? What?
Like, what the hell does this paper say?
What do you mean? That's a good template. I'm gonna invest in that. Come on, you got to keep this train going.
I was looking at the video, sorry. Now it's playing.
What? You can't do this as the lead of the podcast.
What do you mean the lead? I did a tour.
It's the Ditcast.
I did a tour. This is the longest Ditcast content we have ever had
Yeah,
on a
finish off.
Ditcast episode.
You've now hit the 7 minutes before it's okay to cut off time.
What do you mean? We're just gonna have a 7-minute song outro.
No, we learned that we got to go past 7 minutes.
If anything, we need to go a half an hour over to make
Yeah,
sure we're fine.
How much did we cut out of the last one?
No, the last
13
episode was
minutes.
still an hour and like 40 minutes, I thought.
Not after I cut it out.
Yeah,
How long was it then?
or no, it might have been the one before that.
Well,
Yeah, it
that
was the one
was
before that. The last one, it was over
yeah.
an
Last
hour
week
and
we
a
still
half.
cut out
On
13
Spotify,
minutes.
I'm pretty sure.
We checked last week's things. I still think we cut out like 13, 14 minutes. 144:17 was the video, and then 91. So what's that? A minute. Yeah, we cut out 13 minutes.
I guess I can talk about what I'm doing with my Raspberry Pi. That's gonna be one hell of a project. I don't know if it will ever be completed.
Is that a dick guarantee?
That
Before
it
you
may
start-
never be completed. Sure.
Before you start, episode 115, we cut out 25 minutes. It went from an hour and 25 to an hour flat.
How much was last episode though?
It was
Uh,
1 hour and 44
I
minutes.
know there was a lot of dead time this one, but last episode I'm pretty sure super long still.
we still cut out 14 minutes out of an hour and 44 minutes.
So
But so with my Raspberry Pi, I'm going to try making a Raspberry Pi that can dual boot into Plex or an audio streaming server.
what?
Hmm.
Why does it have to? When you mean dual
Or
boot, you mean is it booting two different like?
you can choose one or the other. Or
Or
I am going to try finding a way to create two virtual machines in the Raspberry Pi that can run simultaneously.
I don't know if you have enough power in a Raspberry Pi to
I don't know
run
either.
the UEFI.
I don't know if it can handle the software overhead of running a virtual machine,
That's what I mean.
but I want to see if I can find it out, and I want to see if I can do it, and I
What-
want to see if it can be done well.
So are you not doing a GUI OS? You're just gonna do all command line?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, it will be the audio OS I'm looking at right now is pretty much command line. You set up the networking, and then you get on your PC, go to the IP, and then you go from there.
I was gonna say I didn't understand how this whole dual boot was going. If it was just like a
Well,
program you
the dual
installed.
boot would either be like you turn it on and you pick one or two. What I would
Great.
love to do is you turn it on and it runs both OSs at the same time after it starts up like VM manager or something. I don't know if any of it's possible. I don't know if any of it's
I
ever
don't
been
either.
done.
I mean,
I don't know if a Raspberry Pi is the right device for this.
I don't. That can answer that question. Probably not.
And if it's not, that's fine. I'll still figure out something else to do. I can partition the micro SD card to be two different partitions and just dual boot off one SD card.
Sure. I could see an Intel NUC or something being like
The NUCs
really
are
good.
so much more expensive though.
I
and
know they
they'll
are,
just
but
run
they're
like
so
crap.
nice
That's
looking.
the problem.
What was that?
Are you talking about the good NUCs or the shitty NUCs?
Any of them?
Well, the shitty ones are shitty.
Yeah,
The
that's
good ones
yeah. I
are
know.
like
I ran into that.
$900. I'm not going to buy $900
I
NUC
know.
to replace like $100 physical device.
I know.
Yes.
And then after that, we're gonna have two keyboard building streams.
Yeah. Wait. I'm upset.
What do you mean?
If you're gonna spend like $1 billion on audio equipment, you're telling me you're gonna run your audio server off a fucking Raspberry Pi?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't,
It's the adventure.
No, that's
It's the adventure.
you brought
And no,
you
the Raspberry
bought a
Pi would
sports
mostly
car.
be no. The Raspberry Pi would mostly be if I get desktop speakers.
But
But you, Nick,
like put all this money into good headphones and now you're setting up a streaming server for your audio that's based off a potato with a souped up brain.
well, no, I bought an add-in audio card for the Raspberry Pi. You want to see it? I
It's
can
gonna
show
take
you.
all the Pi's like
show you it.
processing power just to
I
realize
can
that it has
show
a
you it.
yeah, this Pi isn't
How
strong
far
enough.
away is it? No, hell no, it ain't. Them
What?
things shit a brick whenever you try to do anything on them.
Mine shit a brick trying to load a website to display info.
I've heard of people running like Octoprint for
Mhm.
3D printers. And sometimes if you're doing too much shit, they start making your prints look like shit because they don't have enough power for them.
I can show you it. Maybe.
Okay.
So here we have a add-on DAC hat for the Raspberry Pi.
What outputs is that? Is that optical and
Optical, only optical.
what's the other one?
Optical coax.
Oh. Fancy.
Yeah. This audio's
But-
gonna be shit.
Huh? You're shit.
This Pi's gonna shit a brick when you try to make it do high quality.
You're gonna brick a shit.
I'm not gonna do
Um,
shit. I'm just gonna laugh at.
I don't know. Like
God.
I'm thinking how I want to do this. I might do this DAC,
Don't.
and then I might try building an amp or something if I wanted to go out to speakers.
What?
If I wanted to do powered speakers.
Wait,
Oh, okay.
wait a minute. What did you
Not
just?
build an amp by hand, but find like
Oh,
way-
I thought you were.
soldering an amp together. It's like,
Yes,
do I use
That's
this
how
big
I took
capacitor or this little
that.
tiny capacitor?
that's
That's
literally
exactly
how.
how I took that.
Yes.
No, I'm not that crazy. Just
You-
submit circuit designs to a company and have them print out a whole bunch of different designs for me, and then solder all the parts onto the designs. And
That's 100% what I'd expect from
Hell,
you.
let's not even. Let's wire it. Run wires. Screw a circuit board. You can't make one of them.
I did custom circuitry back in high school using a breadboard and just I
Yeah,
think
make an
this is
amp
the right
off a
capacitor
breadboard.
size I'll need for this project. I think this is the right resistor I'll need.
You'll just be like
Nothing
electric.
worked. I tried making a motor controller, and all it did was just turn on and then trip and fry 3 transistors, and I can never get it working.
It's just like the electric boom guy.
I really wish I was still in high school because I think if I had another 2 years in high school, I could have been pretty good at electronics. It was the only place I could work on stuff, and it was okay for me to just completely break everything.
You know what? You know what you can do with a career in electronics?
Work as an electronical person.
No, make a YouTube video on how shit you are at making electronics. That's about it.
I don't have the confidence for YouTube.
You're on YouTube right now.
Yeah, and I don't like it.
Excuse me?
You better not bring up a YouTube video or else I'm closing this Discord.
No, what? This is a YouTube video.
You're a YouTube video. I could never do a video by myself. I always want to. I would love to do stuff like that. I don't have the confidence in myself to do anything like that. And I find the people who do and the people who stick with it, no matter what their channel size are ballsy people.
I mean,
For me, I just don't have the confidence. I critique myself way too much to do anything like that on my own because I would be like, is this something I want to watch?
Gotta send it.
And if it's not something I want to watch, I would never put it up. And I would
No.
probably never make something that I was happy with.
no, you just you gotta figure out what in your life you do that isn't on YouTube, then upload it.
They guarantee everything.
I don't know. You know how
Yes.
many drain cleaning videos or channels there are now?
A shit ton.
Because the one dude from Australia was like, I'm just gonna film this.
Yep.
And now there's 4 that I'm aware of.
Yep.
But what could I do that would be interesting? I'm not an interesting person. I
Get
sit
your
here.
Get your IBM job back and do the daily vlogs of the traveling IT man.
That's confidential stuff, though.
What?
If I was still at IBM, I would just be doing all government work right now, Nick.
And
I can't really record or report on any of that
no one's gonna know.
until
Government-
it blows up like the hydraulic press channel.
The government's 10 years behind.
Yeah, so 10 years after the channel ends, they'll be like, "Excuse me, sir, you made YouTube videos on this 20 years ago."
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know. It's one of those things I critique myself too much to do anything solo. As a group, I just let you guys do all the work, and I just sit here and talk.
To be fair, most of the work from the podcast came from Bruno wanting to record it. He started it. Never asked, never told him to. That was all voluntary.
I know, but it's nice.
I'm just saying.
Well, I'm saying, if you guys asked me to do it, it would probably never get put out because I'd just be like, "This isn't good enough."
I just want to say I think the podcast is the most consistent thing this group has ever done and probably will ever do.
As a group, yes. Individually, I've been playing WoW for quite a while.
I mean, like, we've kept to a schedule.
This is the most consistent thing one or two or more people have done for what we're working on as. No, I
Well,
get
that's
yeah.
because you
We're
guys
working
play
on.
games for like 3 days and then drop it for 2 years.
Then we pick it back up.
For
Say
3
that to
days.
Rocket League.
When's the last time you played Rocket League, Bruno?
Okay, say that to Rocket League when I was consistently playing it every day.
Yeah, but that stuff only lasts for a short period of time and then it stops.
2 years?
Yeah, okay, and I've been playing WoW since freshman year of high
You
school.
can't. I'm not gonna listen to you compare WoW to playing any game for a
I've
span
been
of
on a
time.
schedule with that, Nick, for the past I don't know how
It's
many
not
years.
fun
10
for you,
years.
it's a
I've been on a
job.
schedule with that. It's not a job.
Yeah, you're like, oh, I have to go raid tonight. You make it sound so depressing.
Well, because I don't always want to, but I still do it. Like I've been doing that on a schedule for 10 years.
And see, when Bruno and I were kind of done with the game, we just move on. We just say, yep, pack it up, zip it up.
When we're done,
Like-
we just deal with it till the next expansion comes out, which is
A
coming
lot
out
of the
in a few
games
months.
we've played lately have an ending.
The forest. We ran through the forest a couple months ago. We whipped that one out every once in a while. We played it,
Yeah.
finished it.
We played Satisfactory until it got fucking annoying as hell.
It's
See,
still
that's my problem
not.
is games with endings. I have trouble staying with to the ending because I'm like I get bored because I'm like, well, it's just gonna be over soon. It's just gonna end. I only have
That's
like
not
an
how
hour.
Satisfactory ended.
No, but I'm saying other games. Like, it's hard for me to pick up a single player game a second time because I know what's going to happen
Sure.
every step of the way. And it's like, even if I loved it and I really enjoyed it,
I don't
the
deny
lack
that.
of surprise makes it hard for me to stay engaged.
I don't deny that. I have trouble picking up a single player game at all.
Like, when The Witcher 3 came out, I played it nonstop. And then the DLC came out, I played the DLC day one and just played it straight through till I finished it. I loved it.
Yeah.
If I try playing Witcher 3 now, I get bored out of my mind because I'm like, well, this is a pretty sucky part. I just don't want to do it.
If I don't know. I like single player games. They're fun. I can't wait. I can't fucking wait.
And like when Final Fantasy
Cyberpunk.
15 came out, I think I skipped class to play that straight through and beat it. I played that game twice, but
You're
that's
gonna be-
because they added a lot of stuff in the middle of the story that kept me entertained. But games that I've played all the DLC, I just can't play a second time.
I'm excited for Nick for Cyberpunk.
Like I have Cyberpunk pre-ordered. I'm hyped for it too. I hope it doesn't suck
I
because
don't-
recently every game that's been hyped has just sucked in the past.
At this point, I don't
like 2
care if it
years.
sucks. I'm gonna go with it. I'm gonna go with the most rose tinted glasses, and it's not gonna point me in the slightest.
Like
You'd be
what's
over here crying. No, I love it. It's great.
like Fall
exactly.
Guys came out. That was super hyped, but the beta was pretty much the end game, and no one really knew what Fall Guys was until the beta. So that game was, to me, a successful hype launch type thing.
Well, I tried to play a little bit yesterday, but they had over 100K people trying to play, and the servers kept going to absolute garbage.
Well, today it seems like they're a lot more stable. but-
Yeah, but yesterday they literally took down multiplayer for a couple hours because they just couldn't.
Well, yeah, but like you don't plan a server on your highest. You plan a
No.
server based on your average expect.
I think 100,000 people don't want to play. I enjoyed the one game I played. It's a fun game.
For me, games like that are hard to stay interested in.
That's a game I
Because-
could pick up and do like one a night and be happy.
See, that's the thing. I don't really like games like that. I like games that I can stay with and play for a few hours.
You literally just want to grind.
Maybe I like RPG
Why don't you
stuff.
Why don't you pick up a new MMO? Why don't you play Guild Wars? It's on its way up.
Yeah, because someone played it. I already played Guild Wars 2. I didn't like Guild Wars 2 leveling system, and it makes it really hard to get to the end game of a game.
But grind.
I don't like leveling. I don't like leveling in WoW.
That's the job.
I don't like it.
Oh,
I like
okay.
gearing. I like gearing and doing
See, you
endgame
don't want to
content.
like a new game.
Huh?
See, you just don't want to like a new
I
game.
want to,
then do it. Then get into the game and
They
put as
all
much job
suck.
effort.
Getting you to the end game. When you get to the end game,
You
it's
like
not rewarding.
gearing. I have the game for dit. Rust.
Rust.
No, I don't like those open world survival games.
That's what
It's
WoW is.
only gearing. And then somebody raids you, and then you gotta gear again.
You can play with Pestily.
He is playing it. I haven't watched any of it. Have you?
No, I have a love-hate relationship with Pestily.
Yeah, I haven't watched any of it. I'm not sure.
Pestily's the type of guy that's just good at video games, but then doesn't really understand you're bad at video games.
I
So
know what
do
you're
this,
saying.
Warhead.
I know where you're going.
Dude, if you watch him play Tarkov, he'll be like bopping guys all over the map. Be like, guys, Tarkov's easy. I don't know what you guys complain about. Ba, 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 ba.
He's memeing a little bit with that too, I think, though. But yeah.
But he's still good though. Like,
Oh yeah, he's very good.
and you
Like he has good enough aim, and he's got all the game sense for Tarkov in the world, which is
and it's just like when he says, "Oh, this is easy, guys. I don't know what you're talking about."
yeah.
To a big degree of him, it is easy, and he doesn't know what we're
I
talking about.
know.
Just because he just is good. It's like playing a game of CS with Shroud, and you're like, "Damn, I just I'm fucking up this game," and he's like, "Yeah, me too. I'm like only 20-7."
I only have 8 aces.
Yeah, he's dropping a 40 bomb at halftime.
It's like, fuck, I'm kind of just losing it. And you're sitting there with your 1-15 going like, did I get him? Go get him, Papa Shroud.
It's so hard for me to find games I like though. Like,
I miss Shroud. I miss Dr.
I do
Disrespect.
too. Nah, I miss Shroud.
didn't he put out something really cryptic on his Twitter the other day?
Yes.
Shroud.
And everybody went fucking mental. I don't know if any of you saw the link I linked about. There was a Reddit
The
thread.
Pittsburgh esports team.
Yeah.
because of-
So in
Isn't
the
that what
video,
Banana Man's part of?
I don't know. In the video, there's an AR because Shroud does a lot of shooting games. So it's like an AR-15. And the foregrip of that AR, it's a Knight's Armament foregrip.
There's a new video that came out yesterday.
So this Reddit thread went, there's a knight on it. You know what that means?
Huh.
That means he's going to the Pittsburgh Knights. And this zip code that's also on it. It's just like 5 numbers that are on it, that are on every Knight's Armament foregrip there is. That's a zip code to Pittsburgh. It all adds up. He's going to the Pittsburgh Knights. It was like,
I
the
can't
biggest
figure out what
tinfoil hat conspiracies.
like it's Valorant gameplay in these clips. So is he going pro with Valorant or like his Twitter is
like-
just his Twitter's just streamer, not streamer on any specific platform. Epic creator code, and then business email. That's all his Twitter is.
I'm scrolling all the way through Banana Man's Twitter, but I'm pretty sure he joined the Pittsburgh Knights as like
I
a
don't know.
streamer. As like a streamer esport. You know how they have like some people that are always on their team just to.
Wait. Breaking news. Do you guys see what's trending on Twitter?
No.
Put it in the podcast chat.
Oh boy.
FBI raids YouTuber Jake Paul's California home.
What?
What did he do?
I don't know. I read titles and I call it there.
I mean, I don't like the guy, but like, what was he doing for the FBI?
They're taking guns out of his place.
Whose guns are they though? Are they
I don't
their
know,
guns
but look
or
at
his
this,
guns?
Look at this photo, Bruno.
What?
Sure.
That's a big
mean,
gun next to jacuzzi.
I don't know what that is though.
Okay.
I don't.
It's a rifle with a scope.
The raid
Possibly
is in connection to Paul's involvement in a looting at an Arizona mall. Multiple firearms were removed from the residence. That's all.
It's
I know.
California, so it's who knows
Oh.
what the
Legal.
hell kind
Yeah.
of laws there are about guns over there.
They don't like guns. of them are
No,
there.
they don't.
So that
Huh.
gun on the hot tub is actually his gun, apparently.
Okay.
I don't know if
Rifle.
that's legal in California to have a gun that size. Is it? Don't they
This
have
looks like a
weird?
suppressed rifle.
It might not even be suppressed either. Who knows? what
Okay,
it is.
It's
But it does
thicker,
look like it. Yes.
or it could just have
Like
weird.
this is one of those things that
That looks like another rifle, or if not a shotgun, maybe on the left-hand side.
I think
like
this is just breaking news. Jake Paul names in the media again. He's relevant.
Oh
for
yeah, let's go
another
to the Twitter
day.
comments. We'll be able to decipher what
I'm
the
a
goddamn serial
little
number.
scared to scroll through it.
It's 100% an air rifle. I could honestly even believe that.
I could actually.
That's what air rifles look like.
I know. Like California has some weird gun laws, but this could be very legal in California. I don't know.
Well, you see, the stock is this type of stock, so therefore it's legal in California.
But like you mentioned something this big. This isn't big.
It's a
Like
Like,
bigger
Gamma
than a
air
pistol.
rifle. What is a Gamma?
yeah,
air
that's the problem. The pistol's the problem.
Oh, fuck off, Bruno. Search Gamma air rifle.
I know. They
Is
they
that
make
Jake Paul's house in that video though? That's a big
I don't-
house.
probably. Right there's the hot tub you were looking at.
That's a big house.
Yeah. The dude's made of money.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. I'm thinking if I was in a house that big, I get lonely and probably just like sit in a big room by myself.
The man's worth 19 million.
That's not that much though. That house is
100%.
probably a mill.
What?
There's
In Cali?
that rifle.
And you're saying only a mil?
I'm saying if like for being him being worth 19 mil, I feel like the house is a pretty good chunk of his change.
Yeah, like this could have easily been what that was.
It almost looks exactly like what
I know.
that is. Because you can see on the picture, you can see where the weird pistol grip. You can. It's kind of hard to see, but you can kind of see the weird pistol grip. You can see the bulge.
I almost see you might be right. That might be exactly what this is.
The scope looks as close to the same as you can
The
possibly tell.
stock looks a little off.
No, it
But
doesn't.
this hump right here. in
Yeah,
the
I know. I
middle,
see the hump right above.
No, the stock
where
looks
the-
exactly. If you kind of see, you can see
There's
where
something
the.
laying behind it. I
Yeah.
think that's exactly what it is.
It's just an air
Oh,
rifle.
God.
I don't even think those are classified as guns.
They're not.
I don't know.
That's why it has a suppressor on it. That's how it does. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. That's the thing.
I said I only read the title and I call it there.
I know. I just like whenever.
Oh, but if you scroll up, Bruno, or where did I get my photo? Scroll down again. That one, the Affinity magazine. The photo in the top right in that little thing.
Yeah.
Those don't all look like air rifles, do they?
No, but a shotgun's probably legal in California.
They tend to be pretty legal.
I'm not
anywhere.
saying it's illegal firearms. I'm just saying I
No,
didn't
but,
expect Jake
like-
Paul to have a lot of firearms.
But half of them are probably not even real firearms.
Sir, these are all just paintball guns.
Like, I know you can't have more than either a 5 or a 10 round magazine. I don't know. There's some weird ones, but it's you can still have a gun in California. It's just it's a little harder.
Compared to PA.
I-
Like, what's the biggest like magazine and rifle you can have in PA?
Yes.
Is there really no caps? Like, you could have a barrel or something, or like a drum mag.
Hold on.
Barrel. You can have a barrel of ammo just attached to the gun.
Yeah. I could buy a 60 round AK mag. Sure.
Just pull up to the gun range
let
with
me-
a
let me
50-gallon
see.
drum resting on your shoulder.
Let me see if I can find something crazy that I could probably
Those
buy.
aren't real guns. I can tell because they got the little orange nibs on the front.
Hmm. I don't think there's a limit, honestly. I would have to look, but I don't know.
I know I saw a drum mag for I think it was a Glock at the gun store I was at the other day.
Did you ever get your pistol?
Yeah, did I not talk about that last time?
Last
did.
time I heard you didn't get it yet.
Yeah, they got me a new one.
Oh, what happened to the guy that took yours?
It's his.
Did he ever pay for it?
He paid for one. It just
And
wasn't the
got
one that was
two.
shipped. I don't know what happened to the other one. I never got that part of the story.
The guy just has an unregistered gun now.
Well, no, the gun
No,
store would
it's
have.
registered to him. It's just
Oh, okay.
it was supposed to be Nick's, but not anymore.
If anything, the gun store would have an extra unregistered gun at their location, which I don't know what they do with. They'd either send it back to the place because they gave me a different one, or it was on back order and never got shipped in the first place.
Speaking of that, here you go. There's no restriction in Pennsylvania. If I want this 95 drum AK 545 mag, it's dual drums. I
Oh,
can
it's a
have it.
dual.
Yep.
That looks expensive to load.
That looks like a bitch if it jams.
It looks like it does jam. Yeah. It's like 90.
It's on
bucks.
sale. Buy it.
Yep. Yeah, there's no limit. You want a belt fed saw with a ammo box on the side? Go for it.
I melted the bottom of my shoe going to the range and stepping on a hot casing.
Not good.
A little bit of my shoe melted.
It's unfortunate.
I don't know.
It's a shame.
Like, I'm just glad we don't have really strict national standards, because if we did, places that rely heavily on hunting would get fucked over by like New York City and LA and stuff. If everyone
still
had
like-
to have
Is
national
it still hard to
standards.
get a rifle in New York?
Yes. New York's
it?
pretty bad.
Even for rifles. I didn't know how they were with. I know they're bad with handguns. I didn't know if like hunting rifles were as bad.
I think that they're pretty bad.
Okay.
In terms of like open gun laws. I think California and New York are bad. Alaska is probably one of the most relaxed.
Probably because they're like, you want a gun? Kill
Well,
stuff.
it's like it's not like do you want one? It's like here's your gun.
I think you need one up there.
Do you want to die?
Like
If
they
not-
conceal carry licenses aren't a thing in Alaska. You just can.
You're
What would
expected.
be the most lax in like the 48 states?
Texas.
Probably Texas, but honestly, Pennsylvania's not that crazy either. Like,
I guess Pennsylvania is pretty lax on the conceal, but I think Texas is lax on like what
Types of
class.
guns, I thought.
yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. I mean, like,
What if
what's
it's like
there?
North
What
Dakota
can't
or
you buy in
something?
Pennsylvania that you would buy in Texas?
Oh, okay.
RPG.
Let me put it this: ease of access is probably easier in Texas. You know, you want your silencer and or on your.
Well, that's all
rifle?
government stuff, I think.
Is it?
Yeah, I think.
Okay.
I think that's government tax stamps.
Okay, so okay. Then never mind. I don't know.
I could be
Yeah.
wrong with that. I'm not positive.
I didn't know if the like 6 month. I thought it was more. I thought most of the gun laws came from the state versus the government, other than like the big ones.
Let me go look.
It's hard to tell.
The thing about silencers is they're different,
Yeah.
and they shouldn't be, in my opinion.
One thing I never looked at is how does the US compare to other countries' gun laws?
Like New York still probably looks like a fucking E-Hall show. Oh, the one summer I worked at a hotel as a lifeguard at like their pool. I was kind of more like just making sure people didn't like drunkenly fall in the pool. But there were guys that came from the UK for reenactments because they wanted to be a part of like the Gettysburg reenactment stuff.
Mm-hmm.
and I was like talking to them like, oh, so like why do you come over here to reenact? It's like, oh, because the reenactments over there suck. We don't fucking got gunpowder. You guys are just handing gunpowder away like it's the guy. He's like, oh, you need some here, yeah, take a barrel. Like
A barrel.
it's like you guys hand gunpowder over because that's what they use. They use the fake muzzle
Yeah,
load.
Sure. Yeah.
And he's like, you guys are over here just like bringing it by the goddamn like truck full. Over there, we'd have to like request and find and like get permitted, and we get like a handful. And they'd be like, we come over
Yeah.
here because you can actually like reenact with cannons because you guys are just like,
Yeah. Like their handful is what we throw in a cannon.
yeah. So it's like the only experience I have did. But the way they like just talked about getting gunpowder, they were like, holy shit, you guys are like,
And I guess it's one of those weird things. Like, how many countries still rely on hunting as much as the U.S.
none.
that are
Well,
advanced?
world.
Like, I'm not saying like
Even
tribal
that's-
nations and stuff.
Like, okay, over in Europe, they hunt. You can do that. It's just it's different.
Like, I assume Australia is probably big with guns.
No.
wait, half
No,
No.
half of Australia doesn't even like got their guns taken away.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know. Well, not half, but like there's
I don't remember how it worked either.
I
But
thought
yeah.
the western side of Australia was kind of like
maybe on that side, but I know like
wacky
guns.
goods. I know the east side's like
Uh,
really developed industrial stuff, but the west side I thought was like
There's
nature.
okay. I have picture.
There were
Bruno.
probably a lot of boating accidents that happened right before that whole bring us your gun thing happened.
Here is a picture.
What
Australia
if
had a
we?
huge gun reform like in
Yeah.
recent history.
I'm trying to find out when it was.
What if
Look at these
we
pictures.
have a huge worldwide revolution where everyone in the world revolts against something?
yeah. Like they got rid of like they literally got rid of guns by the truckload in Australia. Did
Is this why people here are afraid that they're going to take their guns?
yes.
That might not be the one I was thinking about. Was that Canada maybe?
Am I posting Canada? I thought this was
No, I
Australia.
think that's Australia, but I'm saying I'm remembering one that happened like within the last couple years.
Oh, I think
I
100%
think Australia was a little while ago.
I think it was 90s, but I might be wrong.
Yeah, like there was one in 96 for Australia, I'm reading.
So is it possible? Sorry. Is it possible for like the U.S. government to just yoink?
Nope.
No.
No.
You'd
I
have to
think it
revoke
has to
an
be like a
amendment.
buyback.
Well, I mean, it's like forced, is what I'm saying. Like,
No, the amount of red tape.
I mean, theoretically, sure. I think it could be possible.
I don't even think theoretically. I don't think you
It,
could
it
revoke
would be. I don't know.
I'm just gonna say that I don't even think theoretically it's possible. Because you'd have to like the amount of money lobby list like what upholding like removing an amendment of the Constitution.
It would be
Like
billions of dollars too.
it
that
would be
has to
more than
be spent.
billions.
Yeah, like
I'm just saying, is it possible? I'm not saying is it.
I don't think so.
feasible? I'm just saying, is
No.
it something
I
that they have
still
the
don't think it's
power to do?
possible. I don't think
I don't know how to answer that question.
I think the possibility is so low you have to count it as zero.
I'm not saying would it happen. I'm saying could like
I
is
don't think it could.
possible for them to do
Nope.
it if money wasn't a factor?
It's not money. At that point it's like it's still like a motion of like
The
revoking an
logistics.
amendment.
Like, okay. Oh yeah, that too.
Like I'm just wondering. Like it's not like I don't know. I was just curious because you always see people say they're gonna take our guns, but like could it even happen type thing.
I
Like
doubt
the
Well, it
US
would
is big.
start like banning a type. Like
Yeah.
the first thing to go would either be anything AR-15 like or AK like. The second being anything semi-automatic.
You don't think semi would be before those?
No.
No,
What?
because that's such a broader spectrum,
Oh,
which is why it's dumb that you want one and not the other.
I still don't think that.
because fully automatic's not legal, right?
You need like special licenses and permits and shit. And then they have to be made to be transferable. They have to be made before 1986 and they cost like 30 grand.
The license to transfer?
No,
stuff?
the gun.
Oh! I thought you meant like to be like
For like
I
no
thought you were
one
saying if like a grandpa was like, "This is gonna be my grandson's gun.
no.
Here's $30,000 in the
No.
will so you can transfer."
Well,
the
like
gun."
I think that the licensing is expensive in its own right, but after that,
the
to
guns
be
are like
able
collectibles.
to buy a fully automatic gun, because you're not allowed to do that anymore. Like you can't. Whoever's
Walk into
making like
Walmart, yeah.
M16s for the military, I don't know who it is offhand, but whoever's doing it, they can't just sell a civilian version. So there are no more being made. So to be transferable, which means that you can buy and then sell it, which is the transfer part of that, it has to be made before 1986, I believe. Which that's getting pretty old now. And they're like,
You make your own?
no,
I think
Okay.
that's illegal.
No. You can build your own guns.
you can
I know
build
you
your own guns, but
Make your own
don't think-
ammo.
I think that the government would have a very big issue with being fully automatic. You can make your own guns.
Can we
It's-
3D print fully
Again,
automatic guns?
it's again, and nobody. What's the deal with that? No,
Why not, Bruno?
yeah.
Think about the money you can make with your 3D printer. Just
You
like
can
a little
3D print guns.
timestamp on each gun saying 1980 or something.
That was the thing.
The files and people have tried it. It does exist that you can 3D print shit, but
Yeah, 'cause
it's
the government banned them, and then they said you can't ban them, and 'cause the internet's free, and then that's why we still have them.
like shoot it and it blows apart. Like
3D
not
print with
like-
metal then, forehead. Just
Yeah.
overclock your nozzle so they can melt metal.
sure, the nozzle made out of metal. In fact, low melting point metal, brass.
Well, then you 3D print a stronger metal nozzle.
Wait,
Okay,
I
Wait,
don't see
wait.
what's so hard about this.
Bruno,
get right on that. What's up?
I'm confused now.
What?
Would a brass gun work?
That's
Sure.
soft.
It's
Isn't
just
brass
softer
soft,
metal.
though?
Yeah.
But I was thinking like a lot of bullets have brass casing.
Yeah.
So if the casing is fine, then the gun would have to be fine, right?
The casing doesn't.
The
have to
casing doesn't
in the
hold any
explosion,
pressure.
though. Yeah, the casing gets.
You can make a look at a shotgun shell. It's plastic.
Yeah, look at the 3D printed gun. Now we're back at the start.
But what I'm getting,
Here, Bruno, you make the mold. Okay, you make the mold. You then take your mold, liquefy
Silicon.
some
people make
metal.
me go insane.
You just liquefy some metal, pour it into the mold, and then go from there.
Would you like me to guide you towards a 3D printer, dude?
I know 3D printers.
Okay.
Or
You
what
should
if you
buy
just
one.
print it off in sections?
Okay, are you gonna end this?
What do you mean? I'm on a roll right now. We're gonna 3D print cars by the end of this that are fully automatic.
No.
Nick, did you get that storm the other day?
I did.
I got it.
Fucked
Like,
my shit up.
I got
Nick.
it like 10 o'clock up here.
That was not the same storm.
Was it not?
No, we got the hurricane.
Oh, Anik. A
Look
tornado
at all
hit
the
the town.
shit in my driveway.
Hold on.
Hmm.
Let me.
It fell all over the place. Look
fault
what
for
it
having
did to my
trees.
corn.
You don't got corn no more.
It all broke. My corn
So
went all
you
broke.
want to see damage? Here's Annick's hometown.
Yeah, we got
Scroll
hurricane.
down a little bit, and you'll see like
Nope,
the hospital's missing
Nope.
Nope.
windows, and
nope,
the
Nope.
football field has the
Nope.
bleachers just tossed
Nope.
into the middle of
no,
it.
Nope.
What?
no.
I didn't have to do that.
It's
Hold
because Bruno's in
on.
private mode. Don't do it, Bruno. Don't do it. It's not worth it.
Here, I'll just no here.
They want my cookies.
So stupid.
Go to this Twitter link.
I'm already here.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, look at that. That's a
Tornado.
house.
like there's just if you scroll down further in the article, you see their football field from the high school.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
So a good thing they're not playing football this year.
Yep. Yeah, like I don't know.
Tornado.
I was at home. I got like 4 inches of rain, and then like went outside to look at my garden, and it looked like this.
That's why you need the 67.
And I had all kinds of shit knocked over, and my corn's thrashed apart.
Dude, you need to
think that was
fucking
the
pave your
dude.
driveway.
Tell me why. I'm curious why.
Wait,
One,
what did Nick say?
he needs to pave his driveway.
Oh,
One,
no. This
Why?
lasts.
I'm curious. I want to know your reasoning. I'm actually
go
curious.
back to the other picture. Cleaning up
Yeah.
like that is absolutely ass awful when it comes. How do you get that off? Do you hand pick it up?
I picked up the big shit and then blew it off with a leaf blower.
Does it blow out the rocks?
Kinda.
You just put more rocks down.
No, the rocks aren't too bad.
Nick,
Does
what
it
happens
run
when your
off?
driveway
How's it?
cracks?
Okay, how's your yard with runoff?
Fine. I put a pipe under the driveway.
Okay, so whenever you have big rains like this, your driveway doesn't get all fucked with the stones. They're pretty packed.
No, this driveway is good. I made it
Okay.
myself. I did it good. It's a thick base of pavement millings.
Okay, because
Like-
a lot of
Like
Things
right
like-
here, like in the middle, right by the like between where the yard and the other side are. That's probably a foot thick right there of driveway.
okay.
I would
like-
take a good gravel driveway over any pavement driveway. Personally,
Yeah, but like when he has
I'm
to
like-
plow it in the winter, you could push all your gravel.
just put more
I'm
down.
pretty good about that.
What happens when you crack your driveway in the winter?
I've had so
You have to repeat.
just the other day was the 5th year that this shed was in. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That means since I put this shed in, I have not put anything into the main section of this driveway for 5 years. I haven't touched it.
Good then. A lot of gravel driveways can be pretty trash.
Oh, yeah.
Not-
Oh, absolutely. The one
that's what I'm
before
saying,
this
good
was
one.
shit. I'll agree with you. It had fucking potholes with puddles and shit. It was not good. But
Can you
I
redo it?
I literally took 10 triaxle dump trucks of road millings to make this driveway.
okay.
Like,
That's a
And
little
this is-
different than the Bruno project I'm expecting.
How much
this-
square footage is this?
a
driveway?
shit ton.
Like it's a big
It-
driveway.
this
for
is
people
a
listening.
$15,000 pavement job.
Yeah, like this is for people listening. This is a huge driveway. This isn't just like from the road to your house. This is
Well, it's like so it goes from the road to my house, which is about 300 feet, but it's not your normal driveway width. It's about, I don't know, 15 foot wide.
well. You also have like
Like-
part for your garage, and then you have
Oh yeah, and then
extra turns and stuff.
at the house there's a 3-car garage that gets its own section of driveway coming up to the garage. So there's like another couple hundred square foot there because it's like 48 foot long, or no, 36 foot long. by like what, 30 foot. So that's another big square. In front of the shed, there's probably almost the same amount of space again. And the driveway is about 30 foot wide at the shed side area. It's a big wide driveway. And also, the Razor really doesn't like macadam because the rear diff is locked up.
Does your Razor like loose gravel?
Yeah, because
Or wait,
it
does your
lets the
driveway
wheels
like?
turn.
Let me put it this way: does your driveway like that Razor?
No, I have to be very gentle. If I wanted to, I wouldn't have a driveway left if I drove the Razor like mean on
I've
this
seen
driveway.
you destroy dirt, and I'm like, that's
Oh
one step
yeah,
away.
I'm very gentle on the driveway. Like-
Slowly idling.
I can show you. Oh no, I can't. It's dark. I was gonna say
What the fuck was that?
what?
Go back to that start menu.
No, I don't want to. I don't even know what was in it.
Well, it was the meme you love. Fucked up.
Oh, was it? All right, let me pull up the picture. Hold on.
Oh, was it Eric's face?
Yeah, it was. They didn't see that. Hold on.
That was the only
Let me see
thing.
if I can find it.
Have
It's
they
like
ever
I don't
seen-
have much in my photos section of my computer, and that's what that was. I can't even find. Oh, there it was. Hold on. Here you go.
That's haunting.
See, you've been still continuing that Photoshop thing.
This is old.
Oh, is it?
Is the
Oh,
main
yeah.
the cursed one that you did the other day?
No,
Oh,
Do you still have the Nick one? Pull up.
this was about a year ago.
Oh,
August 13, 2019, 3:52 a.m. Wow, Bruno.
do we still have the
What are
Nick
you
one?
doing at 4 a.m.?
Me and Eric get up to some weird shit late in the morning.
I didn't realize that meme was a year old now. In our circle of use.
It's probably longer than that.
Still, it doesn't feel that long.
Yeah.
How long have we
What
had
do
this Discord icon for?
Not that long.
The T was since me and
Nitro.
Birdie
Got
got
Nitro the
Nitro.
first time.
So,
yeah.
like, beginning of this year. Thought
What
you
do you
got
want me
it,
to
like,
look for?
the Nick Train one.
Oh God,
Nick
where
has,
was
or
that?
Nick has like never seen such shit before or something. Or bullshit.
Yeah, the problem is I gotta find it.
I thought you said you didn't have that many pictures.
That doesn't mean I know where I put it.
They're just all pictures of the same face of Eric just redone.
Probably. He probably has like 10 versions of it saved. I didn't realize it was going to be this hard. It's fine.
Yeah, I don't know.
Thought it was going to be in your 10 pictures you might have had saved.
I thought I looked and I didn't see it. Let me look again. Nope, it's definitely not there. So it's somewhere else. It's probably in my downloads somewhere, which is not a good sign.
It's fine. I think I have it here.
It's probably in our DMs.
I have it. I
I
just
can
needed to
scroll up.
find it. Upload. There we go. You've seen this one?
Where?
Yeah,
Oh,
right
where?
there.
yeah.
We need to make you next. What type of meme do you want to be in, Dit?
I am my own meme. Living the life.
We'll think about that one. Okay, Dit, wrap it up.
Emote. Number 3. Just whatever number 3 you can find for the third
Okay.
episode of the Dickcast.
Gotcha.
I don't know the outro. There's the emote though.
Okay. Where
I
can they
don't wanna
find our
make a
video?
survey. Find us on YouTube, Spotify, Google Play Music. Are
That's
we
not
on
a thing.
iTunes?
That's not going to be a
It's
thing anymore.
dying. Yeah. I'm kind of upset about it. Their new one sucks compared to it. In my
Find us
opinion.
where you find your podcasts.
No, I think the standard thing is find us where you consume podcasts.
Who consumes?
That's how they always say it.
Like how? Okay, what's a word for watching or listening?
Find the place that tickles your eardrums.
What if they are deaf?
Find the place that tickles your eyeballs.
We might
Well,
be
we
getting,
only have it, so don't look too far.
we might get better analytics on the new Google, but I don't put any hope into it.
Is there even a podcast section in it?
They're having their new thing. It's gonna be Google Podcasts.
Oh God, Jesus Christ!
They're like
I'm
segregating.
mad enough about my fucking music.
Yeah, they're
I gave up
segregating
on
their
Google
podcasts and music.
forever ago.
Podcasts are going to its own app, and then music is going to another, or it's going to music.
I feel
YouTube
like that's
Music.
just gonna kill the podcast stuff because I feel like people like being able to do both. Like listen to a podcast then go to music right after. Like with Spotify and stuff. Like, here's your podcast. Now throw my playlist on.
But then again, Spotify's, I don't know. Whatever. I don't care. Doesn't affect me in the most. I don't really use the Google portal for anything because it doesn't tell me anything. So what's it matter?
Can
Okay,
you guys do the outro?
you do the outro.
I don't. Thank you for watching Dickcast episode 3. I'll see you all in a year. Remember emote number 3. Goodbye.
Bye.
Well, bye.